Hello everyone, this is Alec coming to you with another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. So today it looks like we're going to be having the second game of the best of 3 series in the 226 ZOTAC Cup. First game was quite epic. I'll explain it to you guys in a second. And it is between Rage.Yumiko, who will be spawning at the 11 o'clock position. This is at a Turtle Rock close spawn against the famous player Tylu.Infi. So if you guys didn't watch the first game, I'd definitely go and check that out. It was really epic. Infi did set up on a secret little expansion on Last Refuge, a pretty epic map as well. So definitely go and see that. He played very well. And you don't really see too many Infi games these days, just because he's still obviously he's one of the top players in the world, but you just don't see as many games of him anymore. He's not as you don't see many casts of him anyways on YouTube or anything like that. Anyways, this should be a pretty epic game. Let's see what happens though. I'm saying epic a lot. I'm going to try and stop doing that. Anyways, Infi going to be going for a late Altar of Kings again. So last game he went for the late Altar of Kings and went for a Beastmaster as his first hero. Let's see if he does the same thing this game. He is going for an Ancient of War right here, so you may see some Ancient of War creeping, or we're just going to go see the same little mass Huntress strategy, which is what we saw last time. Yumiko going to be setting in that Militia Scout, and we're going to see Infi doing the exact same thing over to his own base, and both players are going to be scouting out this close spawn. To be honest, in my opinion, a close spawn is always favoring human, just because it's so easy to pull out Militia. I mean, you can just pull out Militia, and by the time they get to the other base, they're still only halfway done, expiring back to Peasants. I really think a close spawn always favors human, just because of the Militia capabilities. Yumiko going to be building a scout farm here, just to sort of scout out any sort of... I'm not really sure why you build it there, to be honest. I was about to say we scout out for an expansion, but it's sort of right in between them. You can't really see, honestly, if there's going to be an expansion dropped anywhere. But let's see what happens. Infi going to be going for that Tavern Hero. Let's see what he ends up going for. Last time it was a Beastmaster. Can you call it? Fire Lord. So I was hoping for a Pit Lord anyways. I was about to say Pit Lord, but it looks like he's going to be going for a boring old Fire Lord. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding. Fire Lord's pretty cool hero. You don't really see it too much anyways with a Night Elf anyways. You don't really see it too much for a Night Elf, but let's see what Infi decides to do with this. He's going to try and go for the Creep Jack, but Yumiko with those Militia is able to do it pretty easily, and he's going to maybe try and pick off these lone Peasants, but I'm not sure. No, he's not going to decide to go for that. Instead, he's going to decide to go for that Footman. He's going to be able to do it. Get that Footman kill. Yeah. So Yumiko already down one Footman. Infi gets that first blood. Pretty sure it was first blood. There might have been a Wisp kill or a Peasant kill or something. Anyways, let's see what both players decide to do now. So it looks like Infi going to be going for that Peasant Harass with those Lava Spawns. Those Lava Spawns are really effective in a matchup like this, just because they're just that good. They're really good, especially if you can get a lot of kills with them. Then they sort of continue to spawn, and they're just really epic. There I go again with saying epic. Anyways, we're going to see a bit of another little creep jack here from Infi. He's going to decide just to hide all these archers instead of running them away. Usually it can be more effective in situations like this. It can be favorable in situations like this, just because if you're not going to take any damage as the hide animation takes place, because the hide animation is a little bit sort of delayed, so as they're hiding, they still do take a little bit of damage. So sometimes you can see archers, as they're hiding, they actually get killed. So obviously now it looks like Infi is going to try and get off some damage on these buildings. He wants to try and get some damage off on these Peasants, but behind the walls of these farms, there's nothing that Infi can do. Now he's just going to decide to try and get that gold mine going, but instead he's just going to decide, no. I thought he was going to decide to run away, but no, that's not what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to just try to continue to damage these towers. Maybe decide to refocus on this Footman. We'll just have to see. As Yumiko sort of might have decided to try and creep that, but then stopped, I guess. He's just going to retreat back and try and repel Infi away. May get a surround here on this Fire Lord, but no. That would have been really nice to get an early little lead there. Let's see what's happening in Infi's base. Going to be going for a tech, actually. So not going to be going for Huntresses. We see no Huntress Hall. Nope, there's the Huntress Hall, actually. No, so we're not going to be seeing mass huntresses. Instead, we're probably going to be seeing bears or dots. I highly doubt we're going to be seeing dots. So we're probably going to see double ancient allures and some dryad slash bear strategy, which is very good against human players. Standard as well. Yumiko going to be going for a tech as well, about 1.7 of the waist done. Going to be going for lumber mill and arcane vault. So lumber mill, I'm not really sure why I'd be doing the lumber mill except for to get increased wood gathering capabilities and masonry upgrades or something. But really, it doesn't. I highly doubt we're going to be seeing an expansion. Maybe we'll be seeing. The only thing I can think of really is a tower push, which can be effective, but like a tier 2 tower push, you know. But we see there's no. Oh no, yeah, actually, we're going to see the blacksmith. I'm about to say we don't see any blacksmith, but now that the blacksmith, I would be surprised if we see like a tier 2 timing push here, tower push with that lumber mill. So that should be really interesting. I don't know if Infi's prepared for this. He does have a lot of archers, but so he should do pretty well. He does have double ancient allures going down. So if we can get out those few dryads and maybe get out a few bears before the tower push comes, he will be able to defend it. But it should be interesting to how Yumiko times this. I'm really interested to see how this happens. Probably wants to start getting a few riflemen actually. Or maybe we'll be the exact same thing what he did last time. Last time he went for the tier 3 tech and went for a workshop actually. So it'd be kind of interesting if we saw that again. Maybe he's just waiting to get some room here to drop an Arcane Sanctum or a Workshop or whatever he decides to go to. But in this kind of a position, a human player, you really want to go for double Arcane Sanctum and casters. But with Yumiko, I guess you never really know, because considering last game, you never really know. But nope, that's exactly what he's going to do. We can go for Arcane Sanctum. Archmage still only level 2 actually, so that's not really favorable for a human player, but nope, Firelord's actually only level 1, so both players have sort of been denying creeping, sort of been denying any sort of kills for both players. Deciding to go for tech, actually. Both these players that's exactly what they're doing, going for tech. And Yumiko going to be going for Arcane Sanctum and Workshop, so this is kind of a weird human build. You see double Arcane Sanctum and a Workshop, as in a single Workshop, if the human player has had an expansion for a while, but not with no expansion. It's just so hard to go for a double tech like that. It's really, really tough. And he's going to be going for Mountain King as the second hero. So this should be interesting. Going to have those double guards going to come out. Nice Breath of Fire. And actually, sorry, if he did go for a Penner and Brewmaster second hero. So this should be really interesting. We're going to actually see a Scroll of Town Portal. And he's going to TP right on top of this Infinite army as the Range did get very low in hit points there, but pops a potion of healing to try and heal back up. And these footmen are going to get a lot of damage off on these archers. Not a favorable position for Infi anyways. These dryads are in pretty nice position, but now they're sort of running out of position. Wants to try and dispel those water elements, which is exactly what he's trying to do. These lava spawns are in bad position, and a very nice surround on that one dryad, which is going to go down. Very nicely done there by Yumiko. Lava spawn going to get storm bullet and killed. A lot of Breath of Fire is going to be doing a very nice damage there to all of these footmen. Let's see what Yumiko decides to do. Going to be going for priests and mortar teams, it looks like. We may be seeing some sorcerers as well. These mortars are so good against dryads, but there's really not that many dryads to try and fight. Nope, more dryads are going to come out actually, so I take that back. Yeah, a lot of dryads are getting queued up, so no tier 3 tech, so I called that wrong actually. We're not going to be seeing bears, we're going to be seeing mass dryads from Infi. So this is a pretty old strategy. Actually, I'd say Moon was the one who actually sort of really perfected this strategy, the mass sort of dryad strategy. So let's see what Infi does with this. I haven't seen this kind of a fight in a long time. He did sort of do it last game, but then he sort of he started off with mass hunts, and that was kind of a weird game last time. He had the expansion up. It was really a weirder game, but you almost always see mass bears, so I'm kind of interested to see what Infi does with this, as I've already said. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Maybe I'm repeating myself to add sort of suspense, or to make it sort of really try and prove a point. Anyways, let's see what both players decide to do. Yumiko going to drop a couple towers here. I'm not really sure why he's dropping them there. Sometimes you can see that on the enemy base. What you do is you use your mortars, you kill off some of these trees here, and then you build towers in them, which is a very effective strategy, and that's exactly what it looks like he's going to do. He's going to shoot down these trees and maybe ivory towers on them. No ivory towers on them, so maybe we'll be seeing like a time push here. This should be a pretty interesting time if you can actually do that, or maybe what we're going to be seeing You're going to see these mortar teams just sort of shoot these buildings from a distance. What you can do, you can kill off these trees here and walk these mortars right in, and they can actually sometimes reach the tree of ages and try and take that down. We're going to see a gyro flying machine, which is what Yumiko needs to try and get those extra sight visibility capabilities, which is really can be really effective when going for morts. Just so you can get those buildings that are really far away, those really important tech buildings. Anyways, Infi going to be dropping a lot of Ancient of Wars to sort of help defend this. Going to be also uprooting that Ancient of Wonders, going to reposition his trees so that he can get the best position that he possibly can. A lot of scout towers are going to get dropped now. Ivory towers are going to get dropped. Probably going to upgrading those to guard towers. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. 3 guard towers are going to start to get upgraded, as we're going to be seeing a tier 2 tower push. Lots of mortars, lots of priests, and lots of footmen. Archmage is level 2, level 3-2, Archmage is level 3, sorry. So 3-2 against 3-2, and should be a pretty even fight actually. Lots of Dryads as well. This should be interesting to see what the outcome of this is. We may see tier 3 tech, but I highly doubt it. This Ancient of War taking a lot of unnecessary damage, wants to try and eat this tree to get that extra regeneration, to try and heal himself back up. Oh my god, and look at this strategy, this is incredible. But this is why Yumiko actually built these towers here, so that he can put himself in this sort of chicken queue, so that he can't really be attacked from either side. This is really an interesting strategy. I wasn't really sure why he built these towers before, but now I know. So that what Infi was trying to do here is he's trying to sort of come in and catch Infi by behind here as he came in here, but he won't be able to do that just because of the position of these towers over here. This is really smartly played by Yumiko. Anyways, Infi a lot of damage on that Panda and Brewmaster. These Dryads are really falling hard to all of these mortars. He lost about 3 or 4 Dryads there. Really not a favorable fight for him. Look at that was a cool little animation of the firebolt from that Archmage. It looks like one Ancient of War is going to fall, though. Does not want to lose this Ancient of War to these towers. Oh no, that's going to be really, really bad. If he loses that Ancient of War, it's going to survive a lot because he ate that tree, but now that the regeneration is done, it looks like it will just fall. Oh no! Yeah, there we go. It's going to fall. These towers are doing a lot of really nice damage. One second, I'm just going to fix my mic. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Anyways, it looks like Infi going to try and do sort of a counter push here, but not going to be very effective with all these morts trying to attacking as well. I say all these morts, I mean 2 more teams. Anyways, Firelord taking a lot of damage now. Firelord taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Oh no, he's going to pop up a feeling great done by him. Mountain King runs out of mana. Let's see if Panda and Brewmaster wants to try and get a nice breath of fire off on all these units that are all clumped together. But no, he won't be able to, as this Archmage is going to get caught out a little bit. Does not want to take this damage on this Archmage. The slow of these shots are really not making this good for Yumiko. No Town Portal or Scroll of, or Potion of Invulnerability or anything for Yumiko on that Archmage, but probably wants to buy some items for those heroes to try and save them in case they get very low on hit points. Going to be dropping a little Ivory Tower there to try and defend this as best that he can. Probably going to upgrade that as well. A lot of money for Yumiko as well, so we're seeing more mortar teams coming out. No, I'm not really sure what Infi's planning on doing now with all these units. Maybe he's planning to go for a mass towers, which you need a lot of resources for. But it doesn't look like he's going to be doing that. Oh no, and the Firelord just pops the potion of healing in time, but it may not be worth it. No, he's going to be forced to scroll of Town Portal out of there because of that very nice surround there by Yumiko. Really perfectly played by Yumiko there. I really like the way Yumiko's playing this with this gyrocopter. So I say gyrocopter, that's Reign of Chaos. Why I keep saying Reign of Chaos names? Anyways, the flying machine is going to be really nicely done with that flying machine to get that extra sight capabilities. As now he's going to be seeing Yumiko coming in. Probably going to build a lot of towers with these peons. That's exactly what he's going to do. Watch this. Oh no, he's actually just pulling them in to try and repair actually. Let's see what Infi's still doing. He's still just staying at tier 2. We're going to be seeing another Ancient of War being built. Another nice breath of fire off on all of these peasants who are trying to making an effort to try and repair, but they're not going to survive for much longer if we see another breath of fire. But no, these priests are going to actually do a nice job of healing up these peasants. Very nicely done by them. As we're going to be seeing Yumiko's trying to seize the space the best he can. Going to drop more and more towers just to sort of surround every exit point that Infi has. He's really I like this sort of strategy that Yumiko's doing. Everywhere that so that every single place that if he wants to go, there's going to be towers. But that won't happen over there. They're going to get taken down. As Infi's doing a nice job trying to repel off this, getting in there with this Panda Brewmaster, getting damage off on all those mortars and casters. But those priests will be able to heal themselves up very easily. The Fire Lord gets caught out here. He does have a potion of invulnerability, but I'm not sure if it's going to last. And no, it's not going to last. No, he had to run himself out of there. And it's just going to get... Oh no, what are those footmen doing? They want to try and attack that Fire Lord. The Fire Lord getting very low on hit points. 3 units surround there on the Fire Lord. A very nice staff of preservation though to save that one Fire Lord. And we do have an expansion here from Infi, which is really going to favor him a lot if he can try and keep this. As the shop will get cancelled. There we go. Shop's going to get cancelled. Wants to try and save this expansion for as long as he can, but these mortars with that siege damage will be able to take it down pretty fast. These Wisp probably want to start repairing this main expansion. Probably want to start repairing it with this one Wisp. No, what are you doing? There we go. Now that's what you want to do. He's going to try and repair with all 6 of those Wisps. Very smartly done there by Infi. As we may see the tree fall. Oh, no, repair. Oh, that's why I wasn't repairing. He had no wood. That's why. Sorry. Anyways, now Infi not in the best of positions right now. All these mortars are going to get such nice hits off on those Dryads. He probably wants to do a tech switch. These Dryads are really falling very fast to all those mortars. A lot of Dryads are still going to come out though for some reason. Infi making an effort to try and survive with these Ancient Wars, but it doesn't look like they're going to be surviving for very long against all these mortars. These mortars are really what saved Yumiko in this game. I didn't recommend it at first, but now that I see exactly playing it, it's really served him well. Doing such a nice job of capitalizing. Anyway, let's see what happens now. Infi just trying to keep these towers for as long as he can, but Yumiko doing a very nice job focusing down all of these Dryads. Perfectly fought by him. Oh, that's watch. I thought it was something else. Let's see what Infi's doing. Does have a little Dryad there. I'm not really sure if he has that. If he knows that he doesn't really know that he has that, obviously. As this Ancient of Wars going to make an effort to try and save himself, but that will just fall to all of these mortar teams. Look at all this. Yumiko just going to build farms to try and get in a better position for these mortars. I love the way Yumiko's playing. This is sort of proxy buildings all over the place. Just trying to sort of entrench Infi in his own little base. Not sure what's happening. Micah is wisps just wandering aimlessly. As more and more of these Dryads, Infi not going to give up and not deciding a tech switch at all to bears or something. It wouldn't be that big of a tech switch. It's just a couple upgrades and then you got your bears. It really wouldn't be that hard, and especially with that extra expansion than he had before, it would have been alright to do that. But obviously he's a much better player than me. He obviously knows what he's doing. I don't. This game has been pretty long, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Both players have had a chance to go into Tier 3, but both players are just deciding to stay in Tier 2. As we're going to see, you just saw that the whole screen just sort of go in a darker shade. That's because Infi popped a Moonstone to change the time of day, so that those moonstone sort of get their moon juice back. Or maybe it was just so that he could use hide on archers, but he doesn't even have any archers. So it's probably for the first reason, to try and get those moonwells, with the moon juice on those moonwells right back up. Let's check the food count. 47 for Infi compared to 78 for Yumiko. So wow, this is why Yumiko is sort of losing all these battles. It's because he's just so behind in food. That's why he's doing a pretty good job if you consider how much such a food disadvantage he's at. But there's really no way he can sort of compete against this, and he finally calls GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to try and catch game 3 of this series. It's 1-1 in this best of 3 series, so stay tuned for that.